Hey everybody, it's Brandon the Brony Pony. Today I'm going to be playing a game for you guys. As you can see by the title on the screen, it's Ponytail Adventures, and you could probably tell by the title of the YouTube video. But anyway, I'm going to be playing this. I think it's a pony dating sim, I'm not entirely sure. From what I've read, it's like a friendship simulator, so like, you make friends with the main six, that's my guess. But I know there's an NSFW version. This is the Safer Work version, SFW version, Safer Work. Yeah, as far as I know, it's a friendship simulator, but there might be romance. I don't know. I'm going into this completely blind. So, I'm gonna play this for you. I tried doing it in full screen, but it didn't. I tested a full screen recording, but it didn't look so good. So I'm just gonna play it like this for you guys. Anyway, let's start it. So, yeah. We'll be starting the game.
And here we go.
It's got voice acting, and I can tell, I think that's Webcake. I know she voices in this. So,
this is the new resident?
huh.
Indeed.
Okay.
What's their name? Do they have a last name, nickname?
Well, let's check the document, shall we?
Okay, so first name is gonna be Brandon, my name. Gonna be Hackwith, that's my name. Choose nickname will be Bran. Okay. Yeah, Bran. Yeah, that's what Starlight calls me. Okay. Oh, and choose.
There!
Okay, let's double check then.
Correct.
Yes, it appears so.
Good. Now, let's see what's next.
Coat color.
Next is their coat color.
Their picture should tell us that.
Okay, so coat color. So let's see. Okay, so I guess I should just try and find. Oh, there we go. Okay. Let's oh, hold on. Give me a minute. I'm gonna get my color from my page. On color picker online. Sorry you guys have to see this. I'll probably cut this out in the video, but okay. Load your image. Documents. Character. Color references. Okay. Okay. And it's FFC 86A. Back to this. I have to type it. FFC 86A. There we go. Save. Coat color 2. Let's go for FD9344. Okay. FD9344. FD9344. There we go. Perfect. Alright, cool.
It's not very well done, is it?
Ponies really shouldn't use low-quality photos for official forums.
Really?
Well, perhaps they don't have many bits?
I suppose.
Alright.
In any case, I have all their details written down now.
I have a good feeling about this resident.
Me too! I'm sure they'll be quite happy here. Now, you'll excuse me, Mayor. I need to go get ready for the tour.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Princess. I wonder what they're like.
Yeah, I can assure you I'm pretty good dude. Pretty good dude. Yep. Well, hopefully I can meet Starlight Glimmer in this one. I think you can meet Starlight Glimmer in this, and I think you can date her. I think so. So if that's the case, you know I'm gonna be going for that opportunity. Alright. The blaring of the train's whistle jolts you awake. The rhythmic thumping of the wheels must have made you nod off during the night. You can't help but think you're forgetting something as you yawn and rub the sleep from your eyes. Sunbeams filter in through the window, casting the seats in a cheerful golden light. Good thing the weather ponies are better at waking up on time than you are. Oh no! What time is it? That's me talking. You bolt upright as memories come flooding back. Today is the day you finally move to your new home. Wait, where are my saddlebags? Sorry about the wiping the nose thing, is kind of a tick. Okay. Oh, I have to click on them. Okay. I believe they're these. Oh, those have to be my saddlebags, right? I'm gonna say yes. There they are. Took months of planning, but now you're on your way to exactly where you want to be. You reached into your saddlebag to pull out the travel brochure you've been studying for the past few weeks. Ponyville, the friendliest place in all of Equestria. From the rolling hills to the bustling town square, Ponyville is the place that has it all. Ponyville is an idyllic place surrounded by meadows and farms, where hard-working ponies cultivate some of Equestria's favorite foods. Oats, hay, and delicious sugar for the fantastic sugar cubes are just some of the many locally grown crops. And of course, that sweet treat that Ponyville is famous for, apples! Though Ponyville may seem like a simple village, it's also home to a lively downtown scene. Visit farmers if they sell their wares in the village square, or perhaps trot on down to the market district and visit some of our wonderful local shops. If it's excitement you want, then don't forget to visit the whimsical Stable Center, Sports Arena, and Show Ring. There, ponies of all sizes can witness entertainment ranging from sports competitions, plays, musicals, and more. Marvel at the majestic Castle of Friendship as it overlooks our peaceful town. Perhaps, if you're lucky, you may even happen across our own Princess of Friendship, Twilight Sparkle, as she goes about her duties. For adventure seekers, Ponyville's surrounding areas contain both mystery and majesty, just beyond the rural fields of pony farms. You'll find beautiful untouched meadows, and further still, the breathtaking Everfree Forest, a mysterious but beautiful area in Equestria where the plains grow entirely on their own. The Ponyville Chamber of Commerce urges all ponies not to actually venture into the Everfree Forest without a proper guide. Safety first! Vast fields of green grass, rolling hills of apple trees, quiet rural outskirts, and a bustling entertainment district, and of course, a noted population of the most friendly and warm ponies this side of Equestria. Ponyville is the town that has everything a pony could ask for. Before folding the travel brochure back up and slipping into your saddlebag. Ponyville sounds amazing. You can't help but wonder if Ponyville is everything the brochure makes it out to be. With farms, events, castles, and spooky forests that grow on their own, it seems too good to be true. Friendly and warm is exactly what you need right now. Ooh, maybe I'll find out with Starlight! Maybe the train lurches to a stop. You take one glance out the window before gathering yourself. You stand with purpose, trotting to the front of the car as the old train conductor slides open the cabin door. He stands beside the opening, his expression thoughtful as he gazes out his pocket to watch. Last stop, Ponyville! Have a fantastic day, and if you missed your stop, the train will be running out back in 2 hours. The conductor hums a happy tune as he holds open the door. This is it, you think to yourself. Just step forward. Out with the old, in with the new. You squint your eyes as you step onto the platform. Sunlight bathes the wooden station, warming your coat as you break free from the line. As you step forward, you are greeted by a gaggle of ponies gathered underneath a cloth banner. Festive balloons float in the breeze, the sun's rays filtering through them to create a vibrant array of colors, reminding you of a kaleidoscope in motion. Oh, by the way, I have played this before, guys. I just realized that. I have played this before. But, I think last time I played it, it wasn't very far along, so, yeah. The distinctly hoof-drawn banner reveals, "Welcome to Ponyville," in brightly colored letters. I wonder what that's about.
Good afternoon, my little ponies.
Turn the volume up a little bit. An official-looking mayor steps out from the crowd. With a bright smile and well-practiced demeanor, she addresses those that exit the train.
My name is Mayor.
As she speaks, the mayor draws a hoof up to motion at the gathering behind her.
It is with great pleasure that my staff and I welcome you to Ponyville.
Nice. You flash a small smile to the group forming. Perhaps there's some kind of event going on? The crowd talks amongst themselves in giddy whispers and giggles as they begin to meander forward to greet and be greeted by the mayor and her assistants. You roll your shoulders. Nothing to do with me. I should take a look around, get my bearings, and then go to my appointment. Mayor's office, here I come. Wait, didn't that mayor just call herself the mayor? Gah!
Oh my!
Jerk back, clutching your chest, pulse thrumming in your ears.
My apologies. Still a little disoriented from your travels?
Her amusement is hidden behind a well-practiced smile. It's obvious she's trying to contain her mirthful demeanor. You appreciate the tact, giving the mayor a smile in return. Yes, I'm just a little worn out from my trip. Finished up, blushing through your coat. I'm just so glad I finally made it. Mayor smiles once again, nodding in understanding. Her hoof comes up to touch upon the paw of her ascot.
Quite understandable. Now, if I'm not mistaken, are you perchance...
Brandon Hackworth? Oh yes, that's right. I can't do the sound. Sparkling joy.
Excellent. I have your paperwork filed in my office.
Mr. Hackworth.
So good to see that you made it. I'm sure you'll fit right in here, judging by your application.
You didn't think that any pony would remember what you wrote on that. Thank you. I'm looking forward to getting to know all the ponies in Ponyville once I've settled.
And I'm quite certain that they will be pleased to make your acquaintance as well.
Mr. Hackworth.
Speaking of which, have you settled on a place to live?
Oh, nice animation. Miss Mayor, I only just arrived.
Yes, of course. In any case, there are several openings across town that I think would be a perfect match for our new resident.
Bless me.
And each location will afford you plenty of opportunities to meet the townsfolk, might I add.
You haven't given that much thought at all. What kind of place do you want to live in? The castle. The castle, obviously.
I beg your pardon, but do you hear something?
Oh, welcome to Ponyville. We're Tiki Bye, of course. Of course. Welcome to Ponyville Party. Yes! Yes! That's what's gonna happen in my Brony Meets Equestria series. Just a little sneak peek, just saying. As you shake your hand, the fluffy sensation on your sounds turned out to be a poofy pink tail.
But Pinkie Pie!
Oh.
Yes?
That's a really good voice. Wow.
Please, get off of him!
Huh.
Huh? Oh!
Wow.
Nice to meet you.
Brandon Hackworth.
Pinkie, you could at least let the gentle cold up before you...
I didn't mean to drop it quite so literally this time, Mayor. You see, I was running way behind schedule and I had to use, how would Twilight put it? Improvised means of transportation? Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Did she say Twilight isn't Twilight Sparkle? The Twilight Sparkle?
Hi down there.
Hi.
You look like you could use a hoof.
Yeah. I could. She whisks you into a crushing bear hug. Okay!
Thanks for helping me stick my landing.
Okay, a little too tight. Yeah, I like to make it a little bit more
Next
fun.
time, I'll just hoof it like every pony else.
You totter for a moment before your hoofs find a stable ground once more.
Hold on for just a second. You spilled something.
And just like that, she's off, a pink blur racing around the platform. Wow, this is really good. Before coming to a sudden screeching halt. She races a hoof out towards a rather interesting object. It appears to be a... We'll turn the maze inspection of light they process the assortment of curiosities strewn about the station.
Oh my gosh! That's,
Indeed, it is. Goodness, how interesting.
Okay. Wait, what are those? You gaze around in confusion. All these things. Squeaky, shiny, multi-hued, bright, glittery.
I have one of those too! Look at all the different sizes! All the different colors!
The mayor gives you a sympathetic smile while Pinky delights in the sights. No, really, where do they come from? Your expression contorts in thought as you look around, seeing a bunch of...
They came out of your saddlebags, silly!
They did? My saddlebags? There's no way, I've never... Oh no, these aren't your saddlebags at all. You must have mixed them up with somebody else's. Uh-oh. Serious looking man sitting across you. This is terrible. Uh-oh. These aren't my bags.
Sure they are! I found them on your back after all!
Great, I'm an idiot. No, I mean, I must have accidentally...
Ooh, what's this one? I think I used this one once.
Great.
Or, oh, this one
I should have gone for... I was suspicious about that. I should have gone for the ones under the seat.
Did you know that if you blow on it, it makes the silliest sounds? Oh my gosh, this one's a honk!
Now, there's nothing to be ashamed of. Why, even I've used them from time to time.
And that one over there, it's so big! I didn't even know they came in that size!
It looks flustered. What are they talking
Pinky,
about?
do you think you could help pick up these possessions?
Oh, absolutely!
Oh. Like pressing play on a movie, Pinky is back to dashing about the platform. She picks up all the loose things and packs them back into your bags in a matter of moments. Pinky latches your bag shut. One of the objects within lets out a wheezing squeak. You feel her lean over your shoulder and brush her muzzle up to your ear.
You should have told me you liked those too!
I think I know what they're getting
I'm
at.
so glad to have found another favorite friend! We
Oh,
can share if you want! I have some at home that you don't have here!
wow. Pinky, they're really not mine.
Or maybe just trade? I'm always looking to expand my collection!
They're not mine, I swear! Puff for your cheeks in agitation. Why would they believe you? Once Pinky pulls away, the mayor clops her hoof on the ground, something your attention.
Now,
Mr. Hackworth.
there's absolutely no reason to be embarrassed. I assure you, more ponies use them than you may think.
I think I know what they're talking about, but I don't want to say it. You guys probably know. It's a certain toy, but I'm not going to say what. You know. You really need to find who these belong to. Even if you shouldn't be embarrassed, you know they're not yours.
Yes, well, now that you're situated, perhaps we could discuss our appointment later today?
That got Pinky's attention.
Ooh, you have an appointment?
Well, yes. Every new resident needs to have an appointment, Pinky.
Wait!
Pinky's words spell like an overturned gumdrop.
Wait! Do you mean...
You puff your chest proudly. Yes!
Indeed. As you may have surmised, he is to be Ponyville's newest resident.
Yup.
You didn't tell me we had new ponies, so really welcome to town!
Well, yeah.
Oh, I don't even have my greeting wagon!
It's okay,
My
Pinky.
cake making fast making confetti shooter! Or my cake making fast making confetti shooter! No! I'm not ready!
It's okay, Pinky. It doesn't matter.
Miss Pie, I'm sure
I have to go get my stuff!
Pinky!
This actually is giving me ideas for Brony Meets Equestria episode 2, so not gonna say what, but you'll see. Mary's cry goes unheard as Pinky disappears in a pony-shaped cloud of dust. You catch only the briefest glimpse of her cotton candy tail as she fades into the distance.
Oh dear. Well, it looks like you may be seeing Miss Pie again in the near future.
You feel a sense of trepidation. I don't know what that means. What do you mean by that, Miss Mayor?
Oh, don't you worry about that.
Mayor seems to know something.
It's just something of a Ponyville tradition, as it were.
Okay. You raise a hoof, prompting the mayor for more information. Yet she only smiles. What is she hiding?
Now, where was I?
She's not going to tell you anything, is she?
Oh, yes.
You're past a polite smile, the mayor adopting a formal
We
demeanor.
should discuss your appointment.
Okay. The mayor motions behind her towards a group of ponies being tended to by her stuff.
As you may have noticed, we have something of an event going on.
Okay. You nod your head. I was wondering about that.
Ah, well, wonder no more.
Mr. Hackworth. With a broad sweep of her hoof, the mayor gestures over to the gathered equines.
Today is the day of the official Ponyville tour. We will be visiting several notable locations throughout Ponyville, all while I tell the history of our township.
Nice. She beams, a sense of grandeur in her voice as she
From
speaks.
Sweet Apple Acres to the Castle of Friendship, our hosted tour will ensure you see all these amazing sights for more than a reasonable price.
Man, I gotta do this in my series. You let an ooh at this, smiling
And
brightly.
that's not all. At the very end, we will be having a picnic to celebrate, allowing guests and residents to mingle.
The mayor passes you a subtle smirk.
Of course, if you're interested,
Mr.
you
Hackworth.
too could attend the tour. Since you are going to be a resident, we would even waive the fee.
Do you want to attend the tour? Sounds like a good way to meet ponies around town. Sounds fun. I think I'll take you up on that, Mayor. It sounds like a great time. Mayor beams in delight.
Excellent. We'll be signing in just off the platform.
Nice.
One of my aides will escort you when you are ready.
Alright. He pulls out a map, passing it to you.
This is a copy of our tour route. It can serve as a guide around town.
Okay.
Be sure to check in once you've had a chance to look around, yes?
Yep. Of course.
Wonderful. Now, if you'll excuse me.
The mayor trots back towards the group of gathered ponies while you examine the map. You got the Ponyville tour map. Nice. Doesn't it look a little odd? Okay, I'm all set. Let's look around the station. Make sure Pinky got everything before I move on. Doesn't hurt to double check. Okay. I think that's fine. I'm just gonna go to the map. If I can, I guess. I guess the point of this banner is amazing. It's even more amazing how it's just standing up. Okay. Suddenly the banner collapses. Some of the balloons catch a warm gust and sail up into the clouds. Another deflates while those that remain seem unsure as to what they should be doing. To talk about an amazing coincidence. Looks like some pony abandoned this poor little treat in their excited rush to go on the tour of the town. Do you wish to adopt this muffin? Of course. Still warm and fresh. Okay. This looks like a pretty important document. I'll bet it belongs to one of the mayor's advisors. Should I return this to them right now? Take the clipboard. Alright. I need this for tour. I'll hold on to it just in case. Okay. Hi, my name's Brian Hackworth. Are you here for the tour? Yes, I'm Blueberry Curls. This is my son Cloudy Days. Oh, sorry, let me do the voice from the show. Yes, I'm Blueberry Curls, and this is my son Cloudy Days. The tour seems to be promising. Ponyville isn't Manhattan, but still, there's plenty to see. That's her voice from the show, and it's my best attempt. Where are we going on the tour, Mom? Soon. Say hello to the nice pony. Hello. Yeah, okay.
There you are.
Hello there. The tour is right this way. Are you ready? Yes. Excellent. Right this way, please. It's my best 10th Doctor accent. As you're escorted towards the group, you spot the mayor talking with one of her assistants.
Well, Raven, I'm certain it's around.
The aide, a mayor with thick-rimmed glasses, appears distressed as she searches about.
It was just here. Oh, I'm so sorry, Mayor.
The mayor notices you approach, spying this down at your side.
Mr. Turner, if you have nothing pressing, would you help Raven find her clipboard?
The mayor appears tired of the situation already.
Yes, please.
Of course.
As two officials start the search, the mayor gives a tired, silent sigh. Excuse me? Mayor lifts her, she steps towards you.
Ah, yes. Welcome. You can sign in with either of my assistants, Raven Inkwell or Time Turner, who was so kind as to show you the way.
The mayor motions each of them in turn. The mayor, Raven, gives a forced smile, while the stallion Time Turner raises his hoof in a more emotional greeting. You wave back at each of them before turning to the mayor again. Okay, but first, I heard you were missing a clipboard.
Yes. Have you seen it?
You're beset upon by Raven, the mayor looking desperate. Ah, yes, here it is. You can't pull the clipboard up fast enough. Giving a nervous smile to the mayor, she takes it from you with a whispered,
Oh, thank you.
"No problem." And the mayor promptly hugs it to her chest, her eyes closed as she beams.
Well then, it's fortunate they were here, wasn't it?
You know, I might have her in my, not my series, but for personal role plays, I might have her in there. Just because, or fanfics, if I want to have her, I might have her. Well, then it's fortunate. Oh, yeah, she already said that. There's a giggle from Raven, who blushes, while Time Turner only shakes his head.
Thank you for that. Now, let's get you signed in.
Sounds good.
I'll do it. It's the least I can do.
Raven smiles bright. With her clipboard and hoof, she signs your name right onto the sheet. That's funny. It ends up ponies aren't particularly good at talking with pencils in their mouths.
Excellent. Right this way.
Yeah, they're not. Luckily, Starlight has her magic to do it. She guides you to a group of ponies milling about. Colorful equines smile and welcome you into the herd. Yeah, welcome to the herd, brother. Meanwhile, the mayor addresses the crowd.
Thank you all for coming. Now I'm sure you've all had a long train ride, but we've got a lot of ground to cover.
Yep. Her tone is official as she touches her chest, looking proud of her speech.
I'm sure you will all enjoy what we have planned for you. We'll visit some of our main attractions before ending with a picnic.
Okay.
We plan on giving each and every one of you a proper Ponyville welcome. Now, if you will all follow me, we can be on our way.
I might do something like this for episode 2, me getting like a Ponyville tour and then ending with my party. This gives me good ideas for Brony Meets Equestria. So, well, keep an eye out for that, guys. The mayor smiles as she speaks, looking from pony to pony before turning to lead the way. Your colorful acquaintances march by your side, following the lead of the mayor under a clear blue sky.
Ponyville was founded many, many moons ago by the Apple family, when they settled here on land granted to them by Princess Celestia.
Nice.
They planted the first apple orchards in the valley that they still maintain to this very day.
Yep.
Thanks to the cooperation between the apples and the riches,
Yep.
Ponyville has grown into the bustling township it is known as today.
As the mayor gives a brief summary of Ponyville's rich history, you let your eyes wander the passing countryside. Trees in numerous shapes and colors dot the landscape, birdsong providing a calming serenade of the tour.
Take great pride in our ancestry. Our history seen in the very walls you will witness.
Rich sweet centers in there. You can't tell if it's from the flowered fields or from one of your fellow tourists. The mayor takes a turn onto the beaten dirt road. Rows upon rows of apple trees soak up the golden morning sunshine. They sway in the gentle breeze, seeming to welcome you. These are some pretty good backgrounds. Man, I love to use these for my series. The towering red barn nestles on a cozy hill just down the way, acting as a beacon as the tour draws near. The rest of the farm comes into view as your group passes under a leafy archway. A sign hangs just above your heads, emblazoned with the mark of Sweet Apple Acres. Ooh, I know that symbol. This is where all the apple cider is made. Side whispers dart between ponies in the group as they recall pleasant memories of the intoxicating seasonal drink. You've yet to try some yourself, but if the drink creates this much of a buzz, you figure that it must be incredible. Fall can't come soon enough. I can't wait to try a nice big mug. What if they have something that we could try today? That would be wonderful. There's no way. Do you have any idea how fast it sells out?
Now, every pony, attention, please!
The mayor stands before the crowd with a pleasant smile.
This is Sweet Apple Acres, Ponyville's very own apple orchard.
Yep. While the crowd claps their hooves on the ground, the mayor continues.
And today, we have a very special guest to tell us all about it. The proprietor of the orchard herself, Miss Applejack.
Wonder who voices Applejack. From the farmhouse steps an orange mare with a wide-brimmed hat, chuckling as she walks up beside the mayor.
I don't know if I deserve a big fancy introduction like that, Mayor. But I thank y'all just the same.
Yep. Farm Pony turns her attention to the crowd, raising her hat from her head and grinning.
Howdy! As y'all heard, I'm Applejack. I ain't really the owner of the farm. That's my granny back in the farmhouse. But I more or less run things around here.
Nice. She sets her hat back atop her head.
Me and my family work day in and day out to bring all y'all the delicious apple treats y'all know and love.
Yep. Applejack motions behind her, pointing out the other ponies at work. Yep.
That there's my big brother, Big Macintosh. Every pony around here just calls him Big Mac. He helps out with the heavy lifting on the farm. And that one over there?
While dragging a bag of chicken feed across the yard.
That's my little sister, Apple Bloom. She mostly helps out with the animals and the wire work, but don't you underestimate her.
The orange mare winks.
She's as hard a worker as any of us.
Yep. Sure is. Farmer turns, calling out. Oh, it's even got a
Apple
cutie
Bloom,
mark.
say hi to our guest.
It's even got a cutie mark. Nice. Ends up being a tour.
Howdy, y'all. Boy, it sure is something seeing a bunch of visitors coming to the farm like this.
Nice.
Y'all should stay and help out.
It's a pretty good voice.
We got pies baking, fritters frying, and all kinds of goodies y'all can try out.
Apple Bloom!
Scolding look is shot to the blabbering Bloom.
That was supposed to be a surprise.
Oh boy. Farmer sighs, pushing up the brim of their hat with a smile.
All right now, you said hello. Let's get back to it, huh? We've got a lot to get done.
Oh, shucks. Do I have to?
Philly grumbles, kicking a pebble with her hoof.
Now, Apple Bloom, remember what Granny said about responsibility?
Oh, all right. I got it. It was nice meeting y'all.
Apple Bloom waves at the group with a one bright parting smile. Applejack shoos the filly away with a chuckle. The younger sister reluctantly returns to pulling around the bag of chicken feed.
Cute one, ain't she?
The orange mare turns back to the group, raising a hoof.
Now, I'm sure y'all have some questions about the farm, and I'm looking forward to answering them. But only a few, alright?
Alright.
We've got a lot to do.
Alright.
Now, who's first?
Should I ask a question? How much work goes into farming? What is the secret to success? When pause. Well, you know, since I love food, I'm probably gonna answer with a Brandon-like question. What all is gonna be at the picnic? Send to fresh baked apples, menu said, encouraging you to raise your hoof.
Alright, you there. What do you want to know?
Yes, I can smell something delicious. Apple Bloom gave us a sample, but what all is going to be available at the picnic?
Now that, y'all are just gonna have to find out on your own.
Darn.
All I'll tell ya is that we got a whole mess of things planned for every pony, and you're all gonna love it.
Yes! Food! Yes. Very good squeaking. The crowd murmurs in anticipation. Hey, man. Oh, great. Now I'm hungry and curious. Now that is something I would say. Alright, how much work goes into farming?
Alright, you there.
Yes, how much work does it take to run a farm? I can imagine. But I want to know from some pony who does it day in and day out.
Well, I say how much exactly. It's all kind of dependent, you know? I can say that we get up at 4 in the morning, work till breakfast around 8, usually feeding the animals and getting the baskets or the trimmers ready.
Wow, 4 in the morning, dang. That's farm, right? That's farm life. Abstract looks over at the orchard, raising a hoof towards
After
it.
breakfast, we get to the real work. Pruning, caring, coring, inspecting, and if we have to, cutting trees.
Wow.
It's mighty rare that we have to cut one, but if we do, that's when we do it, when the sun's high.
Oh, dang. What is the secret to your success?
Alright, we got a taker. What's your question?
Ah, yes. Everybody knows about Sweet Apple Acres. How do you do it? You know, like, is there some kind of secret or something? I don't know. Your apples are everywhere.
There ain't no secret here, except for the secret of hard work. You gotta put in the hours and have the gumption to get things done when they need to get done.
Okay.
Not later, not tomorrow, now.
Dang.
If any of you put your mind to it, y'all can be successful too.
Nice. Yeah, I have a Yeah, I have a question. When will there be any cider at the picnic? Farmer blinks in confusion. Then she bursts into laughter.
Alright. Settle down now. Yes, we're gonna be bringing one of our reserve casks to the picnic.
Oh, nice.
Y'all can consider yourself lucky, you hear?
Nice. The group cheers out at that, and soon enough you're cheering with them. Yeah! You don't quite understand, but the cider's really good. You can't wait to try some. In the background, I mean, I would love to try Sweet Apple Acres cider. Like, if there's any cider, I'd love to try it. Sweet Apple Acres cider. Yeah, like, if I went to Equestria, you know, I gotta try some of that. In the background, Applebloom flees from a number of squawking chickens.
Applejack! Applejack! Help!
Oh,
Ah, shoot! Alright, it was nice meeting you, ponies, but I gotta go!
alright. It's like that farmer himself chased after her sister. The mayor stares in surprise after the mayor, only to clear her throat, returning the attention of the group to her.
With that, my ponies, perhaps we best be on our way?
The mayor leads the way back out of the farm. Alright. You look back over to watch as Applejack nabs a bag of chicken feed and tosses it into a pen, sending the flock of feathered hens into a frenzy chasing after it. An exhausted Applebloom lies sprawled on the ground just as the elder Apple comes to check on her sister. The door to the farmhouse is thrown open. Dang nabbit, Applejack, y'all just wasted a whole bag of feed. That's my impression of Granny Smith. I know it sucks.
Ah, hush, Granny. They were gonna feather Applebloom.
A wizened mare steps out onto the porch, shaking her hoof at the farmer. She's young, she can take it. Now we gotta get another bag for tomorrow. Applejack snaps her hoof to the mare in return.
Don't you have some pies to bake or something?
Now don't y'all get snippy with me, missy. Shake your head out, the two fussing. I want to turn to catch up back with the group. Guess they couldn't get someone to voice Granny Smith, I guess. As you all trot out of the orchard, one of the tourists pointing towards something else. Mayor, what is that? You look at the object in question, or rather, objects. A stall is set up near the outskirts of the farm, empty crates and baskets thrown about.
That is the kiosk that the apples use for the tourist season.
Nice.
While they are too busy to tend to it today, I'm sure they will be open for business for the next week or so.
Nice.
So, if any of you wish to purchase a Sweet Apple Acres apple or any of their other goods, please feel free to stop by again after the tour.
Nice.
How about we take a break here to let you look around,
Yes! Finally, I can explore. Alright. Name's Globetrotter. Please make your acquaintance. Me too. I mean, hi, Brent. Okay. So nice to be on the farm, isn't it? So glad everybody's enjoying themselves. Okay. Alright, Pony, you ready to continue? Hold on. How do I explore? How do I explore? I don't know how to get to the map, so I guess I just have to continue the tour. Yeah. The mayor leads the group off to a farm down another path past the meadows. The wind blows through the rolling fields of grass, singing a comforting summertime song. You draw in a deep breath of fresh air, swallowing the bobbing tails in front of you. A new beginning. You're not the only one enjoying the idyllic surroundings. You listen to the goggle of voices filtering through your tour group. Oh my goodness, this is such a nice break from Manhattan. I know, right? It's so peaceful and quiet out here. You'll get with sadness, some charming abodes come into view. You had heard about the traditional construction of the houses in town, but this is the first time you've had a chance to see any of it up close. No bricks, no mortar, just the simplest of materials. The group trots by a few quaint cottages until it reaches an elaborate building near the end of the road. Its blue color is a bold contrast to the yellow wood-grained homes dotting the hills around it. It stands with stunning passion, yelling out to all the world with its unique construction. In all honesty, we just said Applejack, its design reminds you of a carousel.
And on our right is the illustrious Carousel Boutique.
So I assume we're going to visit all the main Six's places, and then Twilight will be last. Ha! You got it. It's right there in the name.
If any pony is keen on fashion, then you'll know this is where our very own talented fashionista Rarity comes up with some of her most unique designs.
I think I'm just noticing that it actually looks like a carousel. I don't think I ever noticed that before until just now. Wow, I'm such an idiot. Rarity? Wait, doesn't she own a boutique in Canterlot?
And in Manhattan, too. Rarity is known far and wide for her beautiful dresses and fashionable taste.
Mare reaches up to touch her collar with a hoof.
Why, this very ascot around my neck was hoof-stitched right here in this shop.
Ah, interesting. That's a good headcanon. Couple of the ponies in the crowd. Ooh, ah. Sunshine of ringing bells fills your ears.
I've got the door, sweetie.
Nice. Group continues around to the other side of the shop. A pair of ivory white mares are exiting. The younger of the pair, having a small wagon. It's chock full of bolts and cloth and silken fabric. The mare holds the door open while the filly's face turns cherry from the strain of her mission.
Are you sure it's not too much, darling? It's just fine, Rarity. I can do this.
Wow.
Well, alright. If you insist.
Really good Rarity voice. Dang, they got some really good voices for this. The mare clears her throat, smiling as the group approaches. The mare startles at the sudden sound, nearly letting go of the door.
Oh! Hello. Welcome to the Carousel Boutique.
Fashionista strikes a dazzling pose for you and the tourist, trying to make herself as photogenic as possible. Several camera bolts flash as she demonstrates her pose. Whistle at her? No, that might be rude. Trying to let your mouth be admire. From one to the motion to the next, various movements are precise practice. Posture of a professional. Besides that, I like Starlight. That's who I like. Another round of camera flashes note the ending of the mare's display. You watch her hip bump the door, close behind her. Her young helper back inside the shop. Wow, that's rude. Hear the clatter of a wagon displacing a filly disheveled. Wow, dang. It's messed up.
I am Rarity, the artisan of my atelier, the Carousel Boutique.
Wow.
It's an absolute pleasure to meet you all.
Nice.
Here. Right now.
Wow.
Miss Rarity, what a welcome surprise.
These
Thank you
voice
for that
actors
little
probably got
show you
paid.
just put on.
Mary gives a chuckle, amusing, drawing up beside Rarity with a smile.
Tell us, you're designing the banners for this year's tour of the town picnic. Is that correct?
Rarity gives a nervous laugh.
But of course, all of the banners, streamers, flyers, and decorations are my responsibility.
Nice.
Thankfully, I have some extra help this year from my beautiful little sister, Sweetie Belle.
Nice. Rarity gestures to a vacant spot by her side. The group stares. You cough in your throat.
Miss Rarity, I do not see your sister.
Moves down, notices that Sweetie doesn't seem to be present.
Oh, my. was right. Where did she...
Rarity! You were supposed to hold the door open!
Busted. Rarity nearly thought with surprise as she realized the situation. Her cheeks turned to a dark shade of red.
Oh dear. My apologies, but we'll have to keep the salutations succinct. There is still much work to be done and little time with which to do it.
Sebastian's warder hurried, her hooves motioning as though to scoot the group.
It was a pleasure meeting you all, however briefly, darlings. I hope to see you all at the picnic this afternoon.
Mary catches on with a quiet shake of her head, letting her eyes as she gazed at you and your fellow tourists.
Oh, certainly. Come on, ponies. Let us continue on now. So much to see. Thank you again, Miss Rarity.
Mary puts on a bright smile, though you can clearly see the guilt in her eyes. She looks back at the door on occasion as she waves to the group. As you are led down the road past a boutique, you can hear Rarity scramble to open the door to the shop, rushing inside. You tilt your ears back as the shrill voices of squabbling sisters sound out.
Oh, I'm so sorry, sweetie Belle. I didn't mean to let go of the door.
Well, maybe if you didn't kick up your hooves and pose for those strangers.
I said I'm sorry. It's just a habit of mine. I really didn't mean to let go.
That's fine. Level exchange fades as the group spreads out. The mayor smiling as she announces, "Let us take a brief break, my little ponies. Take a look around and enjoy the sunlight." Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna continue the tour. I want to meet Starlight already. I need to get this done so I can meet Starlight. I will end this episode when I meet Starlight. Or, yeah. And I'll start the next one. So, yeah. Or I'll end this episode when my lunch is ready, and then I'll start the next episode after I come back. But, yeah. You see one mare open the shutters on her house, waving as the group passes by. You feel a sense of anticipation. Oh, it's Berry Punch. In just a bit, one of these houses will be yours. You imagine stoking the fireplace on the cold winter's eve, or perhaps reading a book by the candlelight buried in blankets, snuggled up with Starlight. Distracted as you are, you bump into the pony in front of you. She stops over her shoulder. "Hey! Sorry. Be more careful." Jeez. Fire groups come to heart. Now where you stand up beside the mare you accosted, see just what's to hold up. There in the middle of the road walks a line of ducklings, all in a row.
Okay, now. Remember to look both ways and step. Step, step, step.
Oh, just like in the Griffin episode.
Rhythm. Oh, very good.
Nice.
Aren't you just the sweetest little things?
A buttercup-colored Pegasus walks backwards along the way, guiding the ducklings with her voice and figure. The mayor steps up with a happy smile.
Oh, what fortunate timing.
Actually, I may start Starlight in the next episode, actually, and I may end this after I meet all the main six, so, yeah. And I'll name this meeting the main six, so you'll see in the episode title, or, I mean, the video title. Oh, what for, oh, never mind,
Yes, this is Miss Fluttershy.
The buttercup mare startles as she hears her name called, standing rigid as she realizes just how many ponies were focused on her. Fluttershy dips her head, hiding her face behind her mane.
Hello.
She doesn't really act like that anymore. She's a lot more brave, but whatever. With a chuckle, the mayor steps beside the wilting mare to offer her support.
Miss Fluttershy helped. As such, she will be providing a sense of ambiance to the picnic. Isn't that so?
Pegasus shifts from one hoof to the other, swallowing anxiously as she nods.
Yes.
You will have to excuse her.
The mayor gives Fluttershy a sympathetic smile.
Fluttershy, it's okay.
While Fluttershy starts to fold in on herself, the mayor tries her best to think of a solution.
How about we all tell Miss Fluttershy our favorite animal, I'm sure that will help her feel much more.
The mayor locks eyes with you, her smile growing brighter.
Let's start with you.
Okay.
What animal do you like?
Cats. Because I have cats. Point out your hoof at yourself. The mayor nods, raising up his head. Hurry. I like cats. Coming to her face.
Oh, cats Cats are nice. They're just so soft and very independent. They're relatively low maintenance too, but they require a certain type of care.
Yeah, they do.
It's a little hard sometimes. You have to know how to give them just enough attention,
Yep.
but not too much.
Yeah, definitely not. She certainly brightened up. Thought of cute kitties tend to do that. Then that other tourists start to chime in. Oh, what about ferrets? Foxes. Oh, I adore foxes. I love bats. She startles at the rising voices, but smiles happily at the outcry of animal types. Thinks that, and she ahs and nods to the animals to call out. I like turtles. You mean turtles? Everybody pauses, eyeing the coldly speaks up. Ah, he's a kid. Kind of a break. Fluttershy smiles with a more happy lean down.
Turtles are absolutely adorable. I have a friend who has a tortoise. He's quite similar. Do you like tortoises?
Several minutes pass by as Fluttershy begins to talk about the various animals called out, their needs, and advice about their care. It's only the quack of an impatient duckling that interrupts the lesson. Fluttershy's need, head lowering towards the ground.
Oh my. Yes, I know. I'm so sorry. I got distracted. I know. Your parents are waiting for you. Oh. And we are very late. I apologize. I'll get you home right away.
Oh, Fluttershy's so
I'm
kind.
so sorry, but I need to go. Excuse me.
Fluttershy's so kind.
Well, that's still not unwelcome, wouldn't you say? Come now, ponies. We still have quite some ground to cover.
Yep. Alright, let's skip this. Sure, keep going. Pinkie Pie's next. Alright. And I'm not sure if they're going to do Cloud's deal. I'm kind of curious how they're going to handle Rainbow Dash. It's a large building. Looking us through, it's made of plethora of sweets. Food! My mouth waters at the sight of it. It's like a giant cake covered in frosting. I want some! Something stands out, that's for certain. Mary leads the group forward with a smile on her face.
And this is Sugar Cube Corner, home of Ponyville's most illustrious bakers, the Cakes.
Give me
We
some
ran into the top
donuts.
assistant a little earlier today too.
Give me some glazed donuts.
I know this one.
Another voice rings out from the crowd as a bubbly pink pony bounces by, giggling to herself.
Pinkie Pie?
Oh, it's the mayor from earlier.
Aw, hey, no fair. That's what I was gonna say. Darn it, lucky guess.
So far we've seen Applejack, Rarity, Fluttershy, Pinkie. Oh, only 2 more to go, and then once Twilight comes, I get to see my Glimmy, hopefully. It's then that you witness the impossible. From her tail, Pinkie produces a large glossy blue cannon with flowers printed on the wheels. Without even pulling the string, it fires over the crowd. Confettis and streamers fill the air. Some of it lands on your muzzle, causing you to sneeze.
Welcome to Sugar Cube Corner, ponies. Woohoo! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Are you excited? 'Cause I'm excited. Yeah.
Wow, that's a really good voice.
Mr. Cake.
Really good voice.
Here.
It's a really good Pinkie voice. The door to the bakery opens, allowing the bursting scent of sweets and pastries to flow over every pony. Your salivary issues worsen as the owners stand and wave. The large yellow stallion looking at Pinkie with a hint of nervous.
Hello, every pony.
That's a good voice. Wow.
I'm Carrot Cake, and this is my wife, Cupcake.
Wow, I could get that guy a voice for my series if I could find him.
It's a pleasure to meet you all.
Woo! Go, Mr. Cake. Sell it.
Oh, he's blushing. Cake blushes, raising a hoof to clear his throat.
And I'm sure you all have met our very talented helper, Pinkie Pie.
We're hard at work preparing for the picnic this afternoon, dears. But we've made some samples for every pony to enjoy while they're on the tour.
Oh, that's really
Come in
good.
for a moment and try some of our delicious treats.
I really love the voices in this game. It's really good. Crowd claps their hooves against the cobblestones as they cheer. Pinkie zooms past the cakes in a blur of color, startling the couple. They each share that same worried expression as they watch over her, then they turn back to the crowd and smile, motioning inside.
Right this way. There's plenty for every pony to try.
Bouncy tails lead you inside, each pony in front of you, all too eager to try those confections on offer. The air is suffused with the smell of buttery baked goods. Spices tingle at your nose. Unmistakable hints of cinnamon, pumpkin, and sugar abound. In short order, Sugar Cube Corner is buzzing with activity. All the ponies chit-chat as they mosey about, sampling this or that. The number of different treats on display is staggering. This is incredible. I would have never dreamed there'd be so much, and all for free. Let me just check the recording real quick. Okay. Now, what to try first? That's when you notice, out of the corner of your eye, the pink color of the energetic mare. Pinky, you didn't even hear her approach. You jump. Oh, Pinky, right?
Yep, that's me, the one and only. Except for that one time.
Oh, yeah. Too many Pinkie Pies. She comes back to herself with a snap.
You didn't forget about me already, did you?
No. I don't think I could if I tried. Anyways, it's good to see you again soon after last time. With a flourish, she reveals a treat from her mane. Ooh, cupcake!
Try this one.
Nice.
It's special, just for you.
Ooh, nice. Now we're looking cupcake. Covered in confetti-shaped sprinkles, buttercream frosting, and swirled with a dollop of whipped cream. She plops a small candy cherry on top to finish it off, though where she got the cherry from is any pony's guess. Oh wow, thank you, Pinky. It looks wonderful.
Enjoy.
That's a good cupcake. So called a cupcake. Very much. Oh wait, my bad. Devour it. Ah, man, that's a good cupcake. Taste is out of this world. Sugary and buttery, cream bathing your tongue, and a delectable texture, smooth like silk. That would be the one thing I'd do if I went to Equestria. Try a cupcake. I would try a cupcake from Sugar Cube Corner. I just would have to. I don't care if it's a cartoon cupcake. I would try it. That candy cherry adds a burst of tartness, completing the experience. You lean forward to lick the wrapper, and it has a message written to the bottom. Look behind you. What? The ominous nature of the message sets off alarm bells in your head as you turn, looking over your shoulder. You didn't even have time to react. In a blur of pink, Pinkie Pie pounces you straight to the ground. Wiggling her tail like excited puppy, she breathes broadly. Oof!
Hi again. Well, how was it? Come on, don't leave me in suspense.
Ah, Pinky, wow, it was delicious. It was so creamy, so buttery. I've never had a cupcake like it before. Thanks.
You're welcome. I made it just for you, remember?
Oh? Yeah.
And do you know why?
Because you like me? Because I'm not gonna say that, because... let's see, it's because I'm going to...
Yep, it's because you're gonna be my newest neighbor.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say like me. I'm going for Starlight. That's what I'm going for. So this is partly a dating sim, I can tell that now. Pink Mare bounces away then, giggling gleefully. With a breath, you right yourself on the floor, watching after her. So I'm actually relieved that this is a dating sim. I wasn't sure if it was at first. I thought it was just a friendship sim, but no, it's a dating sim. Partly. It's not focused on that, but it's definitely partly of that. Pinky bounces away from you, hopping into the middle of the room, startling several of the pastry lovers in the process. Okay. Her hoof raises, she sucks in a breath. A harmonica is pulled free from her mane, her eyes brimming with delight as she blows in, finding a single note, setting herself up as her voice chimes melodic. Then she blasts that note. Whee! Oh, no, sorry. Well... Pinky, not in the house! This cake is seen rushing from the front, her hoof coming over the pink mare's mouth. Even as she's held, you can see Pinky leaning to the left and right, her voice muffled, rising and falling in the throes of a song. Oh, sorry, she was singing Welcome to Ponyville. That's what she was saying. Okay. Miss Cake furrows her brow as she struggles to keep the mare quiet. Don't worry, she's gonna sing it all over again when she catches you later. Every new resident of Ponyville gets to hear it all the way through at least once. Pinky bounces a little in her song, causing Miss Cake to gasp as she keeps her hold. but not in here. I just got the twins to lie down for a... Near the giggling of foals from upstairs, Pinky stops her muffled song with a visual blink. Her eyes grow starry at the sound of foals. Pink lets go of the hyperactive mirror with a long tired set.
They're awake! Can I go play with them?
Oh, you know, the vibrance and excitement.
Could you? That would help a lot. I can take over in the kitchen.
Oh, don't worry about the kitchen. I've got one of the best cooks in town on the job.
Man, I love this Pinkie Pie voice. It is so freaking good. Wow.
Ah! You can't use 3 eggs in that recipe.
Uh-oh. He chuckles and smile.
Don't worry, Mrs. Cake. He's a really fast learner. I promise.
To your bewilderment, Mrs. Cake enters the main room with a small alligator clamped to his face. Oh, wow. Pinky stepping back with the biggest grin on her face. He sits down and tries to pry him off. The gator seems to have a pretty firm grip. You shudder imagining yourself in that situation. I would hate that.
Some bakers just can't handle critique.
I might have a scene like that where Gummy is like stuck to my face. That would be funny. Like he's like stuck to my head or something, or he's like stuck he's like stuck to my arm and I'm trying to pull him off. That might be something I'll do with Brody Meets the Quest here just for fun in episode 2. Miss Cake walks over to her husband and grabs a small creature by the tail. Like operating the lock on a pair of pliers, she pushes the alligator's tail down, making him release his grip.
Oh, there we go, honey. Please excuse me, Mr.
Brandon Hackworth, it was a pleasure meeting you, Mrs. Cake. Is this place always so lively?
Likewise, and not always this frantic. No, you should stop by sometime when it's not quite so busy, dearie.
Good idea. Miss Cake moves back to the kitchen, helping her husband as the little alligator waddles over to Pinky. The pink mare scoops the alligator up with her tail.
Come on, Gummy. We've got some babies to play with.
Gummy, as he's called, chomps onto Pinky's tail as she zooms back past all the onlooking ponies and heads upstairs. What a curious name for an alligator, Gummy. Huh, well, never a dull moment with that mare around. Sometime to yourself, alas, you turn around and look at all the treats on offer. Alright. Oh, I can't eat any of them. Oh, man. Oh, darn. Oh, well. Yep. Time to go to Twilight. I hope so. I hope so. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. It might be Rainbow
I
Dash.
believe we've all had our fill.
It's either Twilight or Rainbow Dash.
Continue our tour.
I'm actually curious to how they're going to handle Rainbow Dash because...
During our visit, don't. There will be all this and more at the picnic later this afternoon. I assure you.
I'm wondering how they're going to handle Rainbow Dash because Rainbow Dash lives in Cloudsdale. She doesn't actually live in Ponyville. She doesn't have a place like all the others do. So I'm really curious to see how they're going to handle Rainbow Dash. So maybe they'll just skip straight to Twilight and we'll meet Rainbow Dash at the picnic. I don't know. We'll see.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So everybody...
Wait. We seem to be missing some pony.
One last one. Here. Oh, present.
Wonderful. Let us continue our tour.
Alright.
Up next is the Castle
Yes!
of Friendship.
Yes!
Now, I know
Yes!
maybe you were looking forward to this, but let's try to keep calm, shall we?
Yes! Yes! I'm gonna meet Starlight! Yes! Hopefully. Oh man, I'm pumped for this. I'm pumped for this. I'm freaking pumped for this. Oh man, I'm getting chills. I'm so pumped for this. Finally, this is the best part of the episode. I'm not gonna end the episode quite yet. She perks and giggles, waving back in turn, a smile on her face. Everybody around here is so friendly. How many have waved to you since you arrived? Fillies and colts barrel down the street, laughing as they play. Summer graces you, the sunbeams warming your back. Everything just feels right. I saw a screenshot from this. Someone sent it to me on Discord. I'm not going to say their name just for privacy. But someone sent me a screenshot of this on Discord, and at the someone at the Castle Friendship, I think it was this game, and you could actually talk to Starlight. So I'm pumped for this. I've been waiting this whole time for this. Brilliant sparkling effects draw your attention upwards as you approach the Castle Friendship. Light refracts from the crystalline structure of the upper levels, shining down on the great golden doors below. The mayor climbs those steps, approaching the doors while clearing her throat. Thump, thump, thump. She backs up a step. You see several of the group rating their cameras, Too bad you don't own one. Hurried steps echo from the doors. With the creak, they open.
Hello?
Yes! Oh my god, yes! Starlight, yes! Before the cameras start flashing. Bright lights fill the air like a fireworks display. Yet, the purple pony in the doorway doesn't have the regal demeanor of a princess. She covers her eyes in alarm. Poor Starlight. The dazed mare tries to clear the spots from her eyes as a pony from the group raises a hoof and calls out. Hey, that's not Princess Twilight. Yeah, she's better. They're right. Though purple with a horn, the pony standing in the doorway is not an alicorn. She recovers after a moment.
Starlight Glimmer, it's a pleasure to see you.
Yeah, she's better than
I'm
Twilight.
sorry about all the commotion. Our visitors are just so eager to see the princess.
Now, let's see if I can date her. Starlight pauses at the side of the gathered ponies, a look of confusion pasted on her face.
Huh? Visitors? That's right. The tour started. I thought that wasn't happening for a few more days. What day is it, anyways?
Starlight looks up at the sky as if she hasn't been outside in a while. After a moment, she gives a nervous laugh, smiling wide at the crowd.
Hello, every pony.
Man, can I say something?
Starlight? Who is it?
Let me date her.
It's the mayor.
I know, I'm a weeb. From the hall steps out of the particular creature, though much too short to be a princess. This one doesn't even look the part. There she is. Oh wow. They think he's Princess Twilight? Wow. Wait, who is that? What is that? Instead of the ever-regal Prince of Friendship, it seems to be a small dragon.
Hello, Spike. Is Twilight around?
Please, I'm begging you, let me let me date Starlight. Where's the princess? Yeah, where is she? The dragon gives a little snort of agitated
Well,
flame.
hello to you guys too. Yeesh.
Oh my god. Hey, we can be bros. In my series,
Alright.
in the series we will be.
What is it, Spike? The tour group is here.
Moment of silence.
What? Oh
That's a pretty good voice, actually. It sounds actually a lot like Tara Strong. Is it finally? Hey, don't be rude, me. I'm dating Starlight. Princess Twilight. Oh wow, her mane's all frazzled. The princess third times the charm plays the turns on to series of photos taken. Your fellow ponies content with their shots. Twilight looks about as dazed as Starlight when she received the exciting welcome.
Oh, right. I should have warned you about that.
I thought the tour was tomorrow? What day is today?
It's the day of the annual Welcome to Ponyville Festival, of course.
She looks a lot more nervous than you imagined her to be. Her mane is unkempt, frazzled, her breathing elevated as though she were on the verge of a panic attack. She stops herself and takes a deep breath. And she closes her eyes for a moment, then lets the breath out, using her hoof to push out from her chest.
Okay.
Twilight? I think we were up all night.
Oh, I'm quite sure we were. But that's okay. I can do this.
Oh, this is Webcake, yeah. I forgot this is Webcake, yeah. Wow, she actually did a good job as Twilight here. I can do this. Twilight shakes her head to adjust her mane, seeming more in control.
Hello, every pony. And welcome to Ponyville.
Start to stamp your hose on the ground, and soon the others follow. Calmer, Twilight bows her head to the crowd. We love you, Princess Twilight, woo! Twilight laughs and blushes. Well, I love you, Starlight! No offense to Twilight, but I like Starlight. Twilight laughs and blushes, her eyes dashing to the side. The crowd giggles amongst themselves as the applause fades to a respectful silence.
As you all know, today is our annual Welcome to Ponyville Festival, an event where ponies from all across Equestria gather in our humble little town for a welcoming picnic and a day of fun.
Princess steps to the side, smiling as she postures. Wait, she's not just stepping, she's full-on pacing.
Traditionally, some ponies even choose this special day to make a long-term commitment to the betterment of Ponyville by moving in.
Okay.
Today, we have one very special pony who is doing just that.
Your gut is instantly aflutter with anxiety.
And today, that special pony is...
Spike hops over Twilight with an index card in his claws. Here, I'll look at over the post of the school drawing. Brandon Hackworth! She looks about the crowd, searching for whoever you may be. Do you want to step forward? Sure. Though feeling quite nervous about singled out, you step forward from the others. Spike catches your eyes with hers, then waves to you with a smile. Because I probably would step
Pony,
forward.
please
Brandon
help our
Hackworth.
newest resident feel at home.
Crowd stamps their hooves for you while you stand frozen in place. Try to put on your best smile, though you're sure it looks forced. Everyone is...
I know there's at least one pony who will definitely want to meet you soon.
Oh, I'm sure I know who it is. The crowd laughs themselves. Twilight joins in, giving you a wry smile.
Is that so? Great! It's so nice to meet you. And of course, every pony else that's come to visit Ponyville today. And, as an extra special gift, I'd like to give our newest resident something that I wish I had when I was first learning how to make friends.
A crowd of ponies all whisper among themselves about what the gift could possibly be. Wow, a gift from the princess, too. I wonder what it is. Lucky, I wish a princess would give me something. Ooh, I can't wait to see it. The Alcorn looks out to the crowd of ponies before she pulls out a surprise gift.
A friendship journal.
Ooh, nice! From, what's the episode again? I never claimed to be perfect. You know, that one. Yeah. I can't think of the name right now, but, yeah. She buffs her chest out as she holds the book aloft with her magic. Is that it? What's it do? Her looks a bit disturbed by the crowd's less than stellar reception of her gift.
I mean... Well, it's to help him keep track of all his new friends here in Ponyville.
The crowd stays silent for a moment before Mayor thankfully chimes in.
My Twilight! That's a wonderful gift. I'm sure he absolutely loves it. Let's all hear it for Princess Twilight Sparkle.
Okay, let me date Starlight now. I'm waiting. Or I can talk to Starlight. Here. Twilight chuckles to herself, giving you a sheepish look.
Trust me, you'll definitely be glad to have this.
Oh yeah, I will.
It'll be invaluable.
Oh, definitely.
A lot of ponies don't quite understand how useful a good book can be.
Yeah. Thank you, Princess. I'm speechless. I didn't want to say journal into your saddlebag. You got the friendship journal. The Alcorn turns back to the crowd.
Feel free to stop by and say hello at the picnic today.
Oh, I can say hi to Starlight.
I'm lending an ear to my friends.
Right. Speaking of which...
I motion toward the distant clock tower. Twilight's pupils contract and her confidence evaporates.
It was a pleasure meeting you all. Hope to see you again soon. Bye!
Wow. Flash magically Starlight and Spike out on the steps. Twilight nowhere to be seen. Starlight gives a pained smile, which Spike seems a bit more accustomed to the situation.
I'm glad I got to meet you all as well.
I love Starlight's laugh. You hear the birds chirping in the distance. Nearby stream bubbles and gurgles as it gently flows underneath the bridge. Spike coughs into a claw, shifting his feet. Who are you again? Starlight gives a nervous laugh. That is rude! Don't talk to Starlight like that! Starlight gives a nervous laugh as Spike raises up 3 claws.
3, 2, 1...
Sorry,
No.
Starlight. Come on, we need to get this finished soon.
Darn
Let's hope
it!
we have enough time.
Darn it! How dare you, Twilight! Keep her out here! Starlight is pulled back to the door as the mayor wheeling her hooves in alarm. The door slams shut once again.
Like clock.
Rubbing his belly, Spike turns and opens the door, yawning as he waits inside and closes it with a thud. The mayor takes Twilight's place before the crowd has a chance to start chatting.
Well now, just one more stop on our tour, every pony. Let's go!
Okay. The weather is calm as the group is led back through town, the grass dancing in the cooler midday breeze. The mayor details some of the history of Town Hall, including the alarming number of times it has been rebuilt due to unforeseen circumstances.
Each and every rebuild, we have found a way to not only restore it, but to add something new.
Nice.
Take this year's rebuild, for example. After the Storm King's invasion,
Sudden crack of thunder splits the air, several towards gas with a jump and shock. Rain blasts down from a single swollen cloud high above, drenching the poor fisherman and said, "There's Rainbow Dash!"
Gotcha!
The mayor looks up, her sour expression turning to a tired smile as the rain tappers out.
this is Rainbow Dash, our local cloud kicking expert. and notorious town prankster.
Yep.
Couldn't pass up the opportunity.
That's actually a good idea for, well, nah, I would have to, I was gonna say I could do something in Brony Meets Quest here where Rainbow Dash, like, puts a cloud on me, but I would have to, like, I'd probably have to, like, dunk my hair, and, like, get my hair all wet so I could give the effect, but, yeah, I would have to figure out that, but, it dissipates into a massive water that plunges onto the mayor all at once. Tourists are silent for a moment before bursting into laughter. The mayor doesn't seem quite so thrilled, passing a deadly smirk to the Pegasus.
Rainbow Dash also happens to be
One of the Wonderbolts. Some pony from the crowd calls out, the rest erupting into a chorus of ooh, ah. Rainbow swoops down to pose, posturing with a grin as the flashes of cameras bombard the mayor. Raven passes over a towel for the mayor, who uses it to clean her glasses.
That's right. Please, no autographs. Not yet, anyway.
You're stunned by the mayor's display of confidence. She switches from one pose to another in the blink of an eye. All the while, the cameras continue to flash.
Does anybody want to see a few tricks before the picnic?
Yeah. Wouldn't mind seeing some tricks. The Rainbow Mayor points over at you and
Alright, this pony knows what's up.
Rainbow looks back at the soaking wet mayor for approval. While the mayor doesn't seem like she wants to grant this interruption, she puts on a polite smile and nods.
Alright, Rainbow Dash. Show us all a few of those soaring tricks of yours. We'd love to see them.
You got it, Mayor.
Alright. In a blink, Rainbow zips up into the air. It's amazing to watch a Pegasus perform these aerial acrobatics in such a deft fashion. Most Pegasi you've met can do an aerial loop-de-loop at most, but Rainbow Dash rolls, dives, twists, and pivots without trouble, navigating the sky like it's their backyard. For a finale, the Rainbow-maned flyer shoots for the air and creates an outline of her thundercloud key mark with the wake of a moon, then punches through it, dispersing clouds in one fell swoop. By soon they mean Sonic Rainbow. Overall, it's quite an impressive show. Rainbow lands her hooves screeching against the cobble before she strikes an impressive pose. On cue, several tourists snap a shot, cheers ringing out.
Alright, now we can do some autographs. Come
Okay.
on, let me see those photos. Was it awesome? Of course it was.
The mayor raises a hoof in protest.
Perhaps we can do autographs at the picnic? It would be a great opportunity to give another show with a bigger crowd.
Dash seems to chew on the soft remote before flashing a group of grins.
Sounds like a plan. Alright, I'll see you ponies there. Catch you later.
In a blur of color, the Pegasus vanishes. If there was a competition to find the fastest flyer, Rainbow Dash would have to be the winner. Raven can't help but smirk at her boss having been pranked by the legendary Wonderbolt herself. I know the song. She seems to console her a moment before the group begins to march on once more. The town hall stands tall, towering over its surroundings. As the group passes by, the mayor flashes you a smile and motions with a hoof.
We will be stopping here. Let's go ahead and take care of your paperwork. That way, when the picnic is over, we can take you straight to your new home.
Alright, that sounds great. She calls out, so I believe after you get your new home is when you can just explore Ponyville and interact with the ponies. I think that's
Mr. Turner! If you would, please take the group to the picnic.
Okay.
Raven and I have some paperwork we need to finish up.
No problem, Mayor. Okay, every pony, if you will follow me, I'm sure you'll be delighted with the display we have arranged for you.
Wow, he sounds just like the 10th Doctor. That's crazy. I never watched Doctor Who, but I know his voice. While the stallion gathers the group, the mayor smiles at you, turning to lead the way into the town hall with Raven at her side.
We really should dry you off, too.
Yeah.
That is part of the plan.
You smile at the two as they chatter, moving to follow after them. You can't wait to see what the picnic has in store for you, but you're just as excited to see what kind of home you're going to get. Mayor opens the broad double doors of Town Hall with a flourish.
And here we are.
Alright. The mayor seems quite proud as she steps inside, Raven giggling beside you as you take it all in. A rotunda stands tall, banners lining the walls. Nice. Numerous balconies and platforms fill the upper levels, with earthy golds, browns, and caramels being the colors of choice. A single red carpet leads the way inside, a few more sets of doors on the lower level, allowing one to step into an interior ring. Wow! It is all rather much for the town hall of a little place like Ponyville, but then it has grown a lot over the last few years.
Yes. As I said, we have a tradition of adding just a little bit after each destruction.
Okay.
So, as you can see, the town hall really is a point of pride for the town's ponies.
Nice.
Now, you'll have to forgive me, but I must get dried off.
Okay.
Please wait in the hallway for one moment while I make myself decent.
Okay. While you pace, you hear a soft groan break the peace. Was that the mayor? Your unspoken question is answered by a drifting giggle. You dare peek inside? Heavens no. They say that curiosity killed the cat. While you may not be a feline, you have no intention of being caught spying on the mayor like this. Yeah, I'm not dating the mayor. I'll do that with Starlight, for sure. Pull yourself away with a bit of effort, turn to trot down the curved hall. You move into the center once more, taking a look at the banners and tapestries hanging in the grid. Many detail the rich history of Ponyville, from the planting of the first apple trees to the founding of the famous barnyard bargains. Some time passes before ringing peace from the mayor's office.
She's ready to see you now.
Okay.
You'll have to tell me where you're moving sometime.
Alright. Sure thing. I want to move into the castle. Raven gives you a cheerful smile, waving before heading back out of the castle and towards Ponyville proper.
I can't wait to taste some of those goodies.
You give a small smirk before trotting into the mayor's office. The office is a rather broad, arch-shaped room, following the curve of the exterior. On one end is a broad organizer, polished wood shimmering with luster among its many cubbies, while on the other rests a set of filing cabinets filled with the labors of bureaucracy. It's beside these two cabinets that the mayor herself sits, a broad desk welcoming any who might visit. At the front, a small golden nameplate boldly declares Mayor to the curious.
Come in, come in. While I was being dried off, I put most of your papers in order. All we need to do is sign a few things here, and you should be ready to go.
Okay. That's great to hear, Mayor. You approach with a broad smile, sitting in front of the desk with a breath. So close.
Alright, just sign here and here.
The mayor points to several lines, waiting for you to sign. You pick up the quill in your mouth, anticipation building. You sign again and again. Those few moments seem to hang for an eternity, until at last...
That's it! You're now an official citizen of Ponyville. Congratulations!
With a beaming smile, the mayor taps your paperwork and puts it into a manila folder. You stare, the quill dropping out of your mouth. Wow, really?
Really, really?
You can't help but feel a sense of pride as you look upon that folder, the mayor filing it away in a cabinet.
Now, let's talk about your living situation, shall we?
Out comes another folder labeled vacant properties. Oh, yeah, that.
We have several wonderful properties up for sale here in Ponyville. I can't recommend any of them enough. Let's take a look, shall we?
Is the castle free? Sure.
Here we are. See any that you like?
Darn, the castle's not free. Okay, well. Let's see. I thought you could live in the castle. Oh well. Let's see. I think I like this one. I like the biggest one.
Oh my! That one is absolutely fantastic! Right near the marketplace and the entertainment district.
Okay. Alright, what about this one?
Many ponies from Canterlot tend to keep a place or two there as a summer home. It is a bit pricey though. 50,000 bits.
Whoa! Not that one.
Why, yeah. Right here in the middle of Ponyville, alongside all the other cute little cottages.
Good, good.
You'll have plenty of friendly ponies for neighbors, and it's a simple trot to a number of amenities. I can hardly believe it only costs 10,000 bits. I suspect we may have listed it incorrectly.
Well, let's look at the other ones first.
If you insist. Oh, yes. A very nice place with plenty of land around it. And such a steal, too. Just 5,000 bits. If you're sure.
Do you have anything a little cheaper?
I'm sure we could find something. What price range are you looking for?
Reach up to your Cut your neck with an enormous smile. Well, I currently have just a little over no bits. Oh boy. I can stay at the castle!
That does narrow things down a bit.
The chef, the mayor, looking over with a critical eye. See, I spent everything I had just to move here, and I guess I didn't think this through, and...
I see. Well,
Mayor passed you a bright smile as she pulled a page from the folder, showing you the file with a raise of her brow.
you know, there may be something I can do for you.
Brandon Hackworth. Can I stay in the castle? Really? A sagacious nod is given. Now, this... Oh.
This might not be the best looking place, but I can give it to you cheap and on credit at that.
Okay.
You will, of course, have to pay the town back with interest.
Sounds like Animal Crossing. Sounds perfect, Mayor. She puts your glasses back.
Well, don't thank me until you have a good look at it. You might see it and decide to flee, as it were.
I wouldn't dream of it. Stern inspection on the mayor's face. It's a hint praetorial, as though she knew what she had.
Well, if you're certain then, just sign here and you'll be the proud owner of a lovely little cabin. It will need some work, of course, but then...
At the barn for really moment before laying down. Considering your lack of options, having a roof over your head is better than none.
Well, there we are! You're all taken care of!
I can't thank you enough, Mayor. You reach out with a hoof, the mayor taking it with a simple shake, looking pleased.
Now, why don't we go out there and enjoy that picnic?
Okay.
We can look at your new home afterward.
The mayor opens the door for you as she ushers you out of her office.
Come on, then. You don't want to miss out on all the fun. And you have some new neighbors to properly meet.
And with that, you're finally a proper homeowner and resident of Ponyville. You can hardly imagine how the picnic could be any better than that. As soon as you follow the mayor out of town to one in Ponyville's park. Okay, I think I'm gonna save it here and end the episode here because I'm gonna have to have lunch soon, guys. So I'm gonna save it here. I'm gonna name. I'm just gonna name it Brandon's Ponyville Adventure. That's what I'm gonna name it. There we go. Alright. So, alright. I'm going to end the episode there, guys, because I'm going to have lunch soon. I have to go to the bathroom, but I'll start recording another episode as soon as I get this one posted. Okay? Sounds good. Just so you guys can see this one. Alright, see you guys. Brandon the Brony Pony out.